What's going on, movie goers? I'm here with my boy John, the Star Wars dad, and of course we're going to definitely talk some movies today. So welcome to Cause We Love Movies Part 2. And the first one, we had a good 2-hour live stream because you guys wanted it, and of course it was great. You know what I mean? I like to say what's up to Carlos Mendoza, James the artist, James Clark the artist. What's going on, James? And Philip Carl Roberts. What's going on, fellas? Welcome everybody. And before we started off, I just want to just welcome everybody and thank everybody for joining me. You might hear some background noise. I'll try to cancel my side out because I have some family over. Otherwise than that, man, let's talk movies. John, how you been, brother?
Working my tail off, man. It's that time of year. It's third quarter going into fourth quarter, man.
Shit, I hear that, brother. I hear that. And soon we're gonna be fucking having to save the chips for Christmas shopping and shit, man.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, man. What's up, Roz Clock? What's up, Mala? What's up, Tony Boswell? What's going on, fellas? Welcome to Cause We Love Movies. Now, this is how we do it here. If you guys have a movie that you want us to talk about, you're more than likely, should I say, you're more than welcome to just put a mention in the stream, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about favorite movies, favorite movie line, favorite movie scene, favorite actress, favorite actor. I mean, we're gonna get into it, man. So welcome, fellas. Sit back. If you got one, roll it and smoke it. If you got a beer, crack the motherfucker open. If you brewed yourself some coffee and you're just chilling, hey, you do it as well. You know, just make sure, fellas, make sure that you're sitting back, right, with your fucking midget, right? You're sitting back comfortably with your fucking midget. Just make sure. No doubt, Ross Clot. Now, Ross Clot says the Cobra. And I'm pretty sure. I'm more than sure that movie you're talking about, the Cobra, is with Sylvester Stallone. And I loved that movie. That movie was the shit, especially when he said, "You want to die, pig? You want to bleed, pig?" That dude had the most furrowed brows in the fucking world. So remember that shit, John? Cobra?
Yep.
That motherfucker. What kind of car was that? I know it was a Chevy.
What was that? Was that a Barracuda that he drove?
I don't know, but that was a bad motherfucker, boy.
I want to say it was probably a Barracuda.
Was it?
I think so.
I could see myself driving that shit, pumping Barracuda by heart.
Yeah, I want to say it was a Barracuda that he was driving. Badass car, though.
Oh, yeah. Welcome, Mala, the Man of Steel. I mean, Khalil, the Man of Steel. Welcome, my brother. Yo, Cobra was a great movie, man. And that was where he first met Brigitte Nielsen, right? One of his wives.
Yep.
On that movie set. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Tink, Tink. How you doing, girlfriend? How you feeling? I hope you're better, girl. Good to see you. Welcome to Cause We Love Movies Part 2. Right, so I just have to say Cobra was a great fucking movie. The guns that he packed were crazy. Remember those fucking guns, man? That shit was crazy. Tony Boswell says, welcome to Cause We Love Movies Part 2 with the Star Wars dad and myself, Jay Cotto, the Boxing Jedi. Now, Tony says, what's the movie that Kurt Russell played in when he had to save the president? What was it? Was that Snake Plissken? Escape from New York? Yeah.
Where he had to save the president?
Right? Was
that part of the Escape from New York?
Yeah, I think it was one of them. I'm not sure if it was one or two. I'm not sure. Yes, that's what it was, John. Roscott said it was a Bel Air, late 50s model.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what he said. No doubt. Thank you. Thank you for helping us with that. No doubt, man. That's a badass car.
Yes.
Roscott, you can't. That's a badass car, bro. That car is beautiful, man. Speaking of cars, remember that movie with Charlie Sheen, The Wraith?
Yes.
That was a fucking pace car. That car was a pace car. It was actually the car that was in front of the cars in NASCAR and shit, and it would pace them around and keep them steady, and then it would just go. And that car was faster than any car on that track because
that movie was a great movie, though. I mean, it had a great plot. It's when Charlie Sheen was Charlie Sheen before he became a pompous, arrogant asshole.
Yeah.
The story was good. The acting was good. It was just a well-crafted movie for the time. It really was. I mean, it was very, very, very well made.
And it was awesome because I think it was the story plot was what they killed him, right? And they raped this girl or some shit like that, and then some type of forced Jaden. Right? It came out some shit where it was like some type of force reincarnated him and made him look like Charlie Sheen and shit. And he came back with this fucking awesome outfit, which was all black leather with the driving gloves and the motorcycle helmet and shit. And he had the fucking nasty ass pace car, bro. That movie was I melted over that car. That and the Lamborghini Diablo. I mean, the Lamborghini Countach.
Yeah.
In the 80s, man. The Wraith was a one hell of a great movie, man.
Now, what I miss, and we're going back, man, because I miss the original Battlestar Galactica, dude.
Oh, man, of course. Of course. Battlestar Galactica, man, with the Cylons, the original Cylons.
Yep.
Motherfuckers that had the Knight Rider eye. And then they had the fucking Cylon. Yeah, the Viper, the Cylon Viper shit. I mean, come on, man. Hey, Gizmo, don't you dare. Right? I mean, that, man, I used to love the way the guys used to dress up with the half capes looking like fucking fucking Carrick from Star Wars and shit.
Yeah.
They had like half a cape on one side and shit, all white,
And then you could not beat Lorne Green, dude. As Odama, oh my lord, you cannot beat Lorne Green.
Bro, Battlestar Galactica was the shit, bro. From wardrobe to spaceships and to the special effects, that shit was one of a kind. Especially when the Cylons used to chase them and shit. It actually looked like it had like George Lucas type quality behind it. It was crafted very well, man, at that time. And it was like what, the early 80s, was it?
It was
the late 70s, early
70s into the early 80s. And what was so cool about it too, when they finally got to Earth, man, how they explained, them when they were on Earth, they got on there and, they turned their Vipers invisible, but because they were used to the planet they were from, they were able to jump, because their gravity was so much higher. I thought that was cool as hell. I was like, oh wow, they're doing this in the 70s,
Oh yeah.
This is really cool.
Hell yeah. And Mala, yes, we need to talk about this movie. We really need to talk about this movie. The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
That movie was fucking original. And everybody, I want you to welcome, no doubt, Steph. What's going on?
Hey.
Yeah,
well,
welcome.
I just stopped by to say hi because I'm going to bed, but I wanted to, talk to you two guys in a while. So,
We're talking movies. We're talking. Now we're into The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Remember that movie?
Yeah, I think I saw it once. Arnie was not one of those guys that go back over and over to see.
Yeah. I mean, The Running Man was a great movie, and especially in the 80s, right? Yeah. There was this actress, this Mexican actress. She was very, very attractive, very pretty.
Maria
Conchita Alonso. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And let me tell you something. She was in Colors. She was in she was in a hell of movies, but when she made that movie right there, The Running Man, that was a great movie. You had chambers of bad guys, right? You had the Electro guy, you had the guy Buzzsaw. You had some other guy that had like some cannon or something. I mean, it was like levels and shit. And I think they set him up, they framed him, and he had to escape some labyrinth in order to regain his freedom or something.
Yeah, well, it was kind of a game show.
Mm.
Yeah, and
he was wrongly convicted, and they put him in there.
Yeah,
and they were trying to kill him off.
Yeah, they try to kill him off bad. Hey, Steph, Rosclaw says salute to the First Lady of Star Wars.
Hey, thank you.
Definitely, Rosclaw. Thank you for that, brother.
I just stopped by to say hi. I'm really tired. I'm not feeling that great for some reason. Just whatever.
Yeah, flu.
Just want to stop by. I did see The Empire Strikes Back at the theater a couple weeks ago.
Awesome.
I don't know if you guys have done that yet. If it's
Took
there,
it back. Took it back.
yeah, to get to go to the theater and actually see it.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, compared to the newer stuff, you can't. I mean, those
Yeah, it still
can't.
doesn't measure up to it. Exactly. It still doesn't. It will never.
I walked out, of course, crying and sobbing at the end because I always do. But also, I walked out feeling very pissed off.
Yeah.
Because of the shit that's been going down. But I want to say this. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. The Shills, comics book, comic CBR is attacking the EU.
Crazy shit.
And calling the fans of the EU gatekeepers.
The fuck?
Okay, I guess we were. I always wanted people to read them. I didn't realize asking, hey, have you read this book, was being a gatekeeper. It's not like I was throwing people out for hating Kyle Ron, you know. I mean, I mock them. It's like, if you want to do that, I'm gonna shit out of you, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this to John. It looks to me like all this shit going down is scorched earth.
You know, I don't know, because the High Republic that they try to put out, they went back to the drawing board and revamped it.
Yeah, but you saw that facts 10 whatever facts of Star Wars that Pablo Hidalgo wrote. It's out now. There aren't any reviews of it. It's been out like for a couple days. No reviews at all. None. I tried to leave one. It's gone on Amazon.
Wow.
It basically says that George planned. He says, Pablo says, George planned in his own treatments to kill off Luke in the 8th episode.
We all know better. George has already come out and said that wasn't the plan.
Yeah, and it's really funny because CBR came out talking about that, but also attacking the EU. And I've got a theory, and I haven't seen anybody say anything else. I haven't seen Doomcock come out because he's gone silent on what he's been saying. And so is Midnight's Edge. I think they're coming out. I think they're looking at the EU, and I think they're going to bring it back.
I hope so. But the thing is, okay, Disney is doubling down on the SJW crap, though.
But they seem like it. They seem like it. But it's like, then you hear they've told everybody they're a for-profit organization and you won't be doing this or that and the other thing. Now,
I don't think that. I don't believe that, because they're doubling down on this crap even more, because they're now telling people, if you're going to even pitch us a show on ABC,
yeah,
it better be diverse, it better have a gay person, and it better, you know.
Now, I'm asking if they were told they can't yell at fans saying it sucks. You know, how like Pablo's on Twitter before he locked himself down mocking fans. If that whole thing was, you have to keep your mouth shut.
And it better have gay lightsaber hilts like they've been shoving down our throat in those High Republic images. I just wanted to get that look on John's face. Sorry.
But see, yeah. Hi, man. It's just, to me, it just looks like it's scorched earth on the way out the door. Because this whole thing, John, you have to go look at OG Star Wars has been talking about it. It's all over. I said some stuff about it. In fact, I went at Pablo and said, you're a liar, with a meme that Mace found, and at his wife, you're a liar, with that meme. Go look at it, because we all know that there's shit going down behind the scenes with Kennedy.
Well,
And if
I'll say this much. Pablo Hidalgo, if you actually watch this channel at all and you're out there, you can suck my cock. Plain and simple. I'm going to tell you right now, Pablo Hidalgo, you can suck my cock.
I told you, I think I told you, I said this in chat. He's got some issues going on right now, personal issues. And the person, Maze knows the person who said it to me. It was in public, by the way, but I'm just going to keep it kind of on the down low who said it, that it might be family or whatever, but it's not like his life is all rosy and he's just doing whatever. But I'm saying this, and this person also said the announcement for Kennedy won't be till the next second quarter, which would be like in May, okay? Because there's legal shit going on and all the rest of this crap.
Well, what happened to our September announcement?
Well, see, that's the thing, and I think with if you watch Clownfish TV, they're saying the fourth quarter report, which is going to be in a month, beginning of November, is going to be shit. It's going to be absolutely the worst ones they've ever had, and I think they're going to be laying off a lot of people. And I think it's going to be across the board, not just the parks. But I think there's going to be more than 28,000. I mean, Bob Chapek on CNBC said they're looking to make it a meaner, leaner Disney. And there are a lot of people at Lucasfilm that don't have a reason to be there. Okay. Right. And I think a lot of those guys are going. And I think Disney's going to use the excuse of COVID to get rid of a bunch of people that haven't been earning their money anyway.
Personally, I'm going to laugh if Orlando goes under.
Or they're not.
Orlando will never go under because of huge amounts of money it brings.
Yeah, I thought about that. It's too general. I mean, I'm going to laugh if anything just becomes really apparent that they've closed down part of that park due to lack of numbers.
Well, apparently, though, Shanghai, China, from what I'm hearing, they're going to have to release Shanghai, China Disney World.
Amen. Amen.
They're going to have to get rid of the DOJ has asked them to revisit their relationship with China.
Yep.
They have asked for guidance on that. I think they're going to probably release Hong Kong too, because China right now is like Dracula on a virgin's throat. They're not going to let it go. Yeah. They're not. And I mean, Eisner started this. Iger doubled down. They've put good money after bad there. What I find fascinating is, you remember back in the 90s, China was a big boogeyman because of Tibet. Yeah. Now China's throwing Tibetans into concentration camps next to the Uyghurs, and you don't hear shit from Hollywood. All right. And maybe it's because the Dalai Lama's a commie, I don't know. Yeah. Or maybe China threw some of their money at them, and they're like, well, okay, we'll forget what our values were.
Well, let me say this much. Yesterday, I don't think I've ever laughed so hard at a politician in my entire life as I did yesterday. Okay. Yesterday, I swear, AOC has said some of the dumbest things I've ever heard, right? But yesterday, she comes out and compares herself to Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
And then says that Jesus would be a progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all fucking idiots, man.
The ultimate rebel, yes. A progressive, hell to the fucking no.
Yeah.
Them fucking people. And people are fucking idiots, bro. I can't wait. Hey, how you go?
I just want, but you guys gotta go check that out.
Yeah, definitely. We will. Definitely. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Everybody, thanks, Steph.
It looks to me like it's a big.
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely check it out, man, because I got to catch up, and we'll definitely wrap. We'll rap about that behind the scenes, definitely, because you got to catch me up, Steph.
Because the connection's bad. So
yeah. All right.
Hello, Tiny Tink.
Maze, what's going on, Mighty Maze?
Not much.
How you
Now
feeling, my
that
boy?
we're back, you know what I
okay.
miss so much as far as movies go. All right.
Right.
Drive-in theaters.
Yes, yes. Who was just mentioning this? There was someone who was just mentioning this shit. Somebody said that. I miss driving. Here we go. Tony Boswell, my brother. He said, God, I miss the drive-in. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, right now, like
You know-
after this COVID shit, listen, since we're in Florida, there's a lot of land. I would love to like invest in a big, like at least 1 acre, right? And make a fucking drive-in.
Yes. And if you could put the technology where you could broadcast the movie on like an FM station or something, right?
Yeah.
Where you could link your phone to it and plug it to the speakers in your car
Yes.
instead of having the speaker coming through your window. So you could have stereo sound in your car from your speakers in the car.
Well, it could be done. It could be done now because of the apps.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it'll come, especially if you got one of them systems that you know you fucking have your window shaking. Imagine surround sound in your fucking car, man. You know what I'm saying? Ross Cloud, we're back with the movie talk, my brother.
Yeah, because like my car, dude, I've got a 12 speaker system in my car, dude. So I mean,
That'll sound fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Maze. What about you, man? You think we should bring back the fucking drive-ins?
I think that the current environment, you know, what we're living with right now with this lockdown bullshit is perfectly ripe to make drive-in theaters a thing right now.
Yeah.
Like the ones that already exist, open them the fuck up.
That's right.
You just don't. I would leave the concession stand shit out of it for a little while, but I mean, it's just a bunch of people pulling their cars in to watch a film. I mean,
That's it. And nobody has to come out except for what? Unless you have to use the bathroom.
yeah, you gotta take a piss.
Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? That's it. Just a fucking bathroom. No concession stands. You bring your own fucking food. You take your trash with you. There's an app where, you know, so that way you won't have to open your fucking window, as well as when you order tickets, you can order them online, print them out. All you got to do is show at the gate from your fucking window. We'll scan it and go through. You think I'm not going to try to fuck? John, Maze, we've got to fucking capitalize on this, man.
Yeah.
Some drive-ins were built. I know a few in Texas were built just out of town.
Right.
They were built between 2000 and 2010. They're actually new. But they were kind of built for like a retro sort of thing. But I mean, it can't cost that damn much money to build one. You just need the land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
And see,
All right.
like the cruise lines have gotten smart now because with the COVID thing, if you get on a cruise, which cruising's about to begin again, you download their app, whether it be Carnival, NCL, or that's awesome, or one of your major cruise lines. When you sit down to eat, you don't get a menu anymore. It's all on the app, and you order through the app, right? So you order when you sit down for dinner, and they bring you your food because you ordered, on the app. Dude,
Yep.
Imagine what you could do with a drive-through with something simple.
Yep.
To make a simple app.
For the people that are squeamish, they can go ahead and come to your car in a mask with gloves on if
Yeah.
Yes.
if that's what's happening in that region of the country.
Yeah, definitely, man. I just see it like this. It must be done. My man Raider, welcome Raider from LA. Actual facts, my brother. What's up, guys? James Clark, the artist, is back. You know what I mean? Let me see. Ross Clot says, we still have one here, which is in Oakland. He says, and it's only $10 for 2 movies. My kids love it. I back into a space and lift the back of my van, and they use my blankets. No doubt, that shit is awesome, bro. And I gotta agree. The movie in a mall, that's like having a room inside of a fucking room.
Yeah.
Right? It's ridiculous. It's like you're going there to shop to buy things. You're not going there to watch a fucking movie. What kind of shit is that? I'm sorry, guys. It was invented in our fucking era. We didn't like it. We never did. I never went into the fucking mall. I never went inside of a room to watch a fucking movie. You know what I mean? I never did that, so fuck that. Now, let's get back to our movies now. Everybody remembers that movie House?
Oh, yeah.
With the guy from the Greatest American Hero?
Yeah.
Remember? Roger?
Hi, Roger. Dun, dun, dun.
And that was another great series. As a matter of fact, John, you could catch them all two seasons for free here on YouTube.
I actually about a month ago, tried rewatching The Greatest American Hero, right?
Yeah.
It did not age well at all.
Oh man, are you crazy? You gotta watch it again.
Dude.
Man. I watched that shit like a week ago. That shit was awesome.
Dude, I still laugh anytime that guy tries to fly.
Yeah,
It's just it's a built-in automatic bit. It just he's
But-
like, "Whoa."
but the special effects and everything in it just did not age well at all.
I know, but it's a spoof. Imagine a remake now. That shit would be awesome.
Well,
That-
not in today's age.
I mean, they probably can, find it offensive that a white guy is donning a super suit. Hello, there were many that done it before, like Superman, But
one of the best series that ever came out of the 80s, man,
V was great.
The final battle.
Yep.
V was great. The shit that freaked everybody out in America and then around the world later on was when Robert Englund extended his fucking jaw and followed the fucking mouse.
Yep.
That
Yep.
shit was crazy. I was like, what in the heavenly fuck is this?
When she had that baby with the forked tongue, and then the second twin, it was a full alien that like crawled out of her
That shit
food.
looked like, that shit
We-
looked
we-
like
we
Don
talked-
Rickles.
Everybody that was in grade school at the time were talking about that the next day.
Yeah.
That shit looked like Don Rickles' baby picture, that fucking lizard, man, with the forked tongue. That shit was freaky, man. That shit looked crazy.
And something else that did not age well, and I loved it as a kid, Buck Rogers, dude.
But Hey,
Buck
Buck.
Rogers.
I
Hell
have
yeah.
the full series on DVD. I can still watch it. I mean,
man.
I don't care that it's that outdated. I mean, it does at least use like the Ralph McQuarrie ships from Star Wars that were never used for the
Yeah.
Starfighters.
Yeah, that's fucking great. That's fucking great.
Tweaky was done by Mel Blanc, Looney Tunes.
He was
Yeah.
up. He goes, beady. Hey, Buck. Man, that was my dude, bro. I used to love Twiggy. I had the action figure too, bro. I'd do anything to grab one, bro, right now. One of those action figures right now running for like 1,600, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You came for the science fiction. You stayed for Aaron Gray.
Oh,
hell.
bro,
Yes.
of course. Every time I seen her, bro, that song came to me by Billy Ocean. Suddenly, life has new meaning to
But
me.
dude, the movie I can still watch over and over and over, though. Flash!
No, come on. Well, what the fuck is he actually saying in the song? Flash Gordon, but without the N? He's
He'll
just
save
saying
every
Flash
one of
Gordon.
us.
No, when he goes, Flash,
Savior of the universe.
no. Is that what he's saying? Can't be saying Gordon. What is he saying?
That movie made me scared to death to stick my hand inside shit for years.
Hell yeah. The tree where he puts his hand in there. And, oh,
That fucking big sack, poisonous sack spider. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm not putting my hand. I would have looked at him and said, look, I have blonde hair. I'm the fucking lead in this fucking movie. You put your hand in there. Fuck
And you know, I didn't know until I bought the movie on Amazon, like in 2012, that was Queen. I didn't know. I had no idea.
No, I knew it was Queen.
I knew the song.
I just can't figure out what the fuck they're saying when in the beginning when they're saying Flash. Now, what's after that? Is it Gore or Gordon with a silent N?
I always thought it was just
I did too. I thought it was, ah.
But Flash, what the hell is that? That I don't know.
Flash, savior of the universe. Dude, that bass line is just insane, man.
That's on point, man.
nobody was a better Emperor Ming than Max von Sydow. And then
Yeah.
the scene, there was a scene in there that actually freaked me out worse than the tree, and that was when that guy, it's so stupid today when I see it. It's when the guy falls on the spikes and his eyes start running out of his head.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let me tell you guys something. You guys want high caliber acting? You guys want old school act? You guys want to know exactly how acting is supposed to be? I dare any of you fucking alpha males and alpha females out there, I dare you to watch the 10 Commandments. Watch Yul Brenner school you in fucking acting and delivery in lines. Watch fucking Charleston Heston just fucking captivate you and his line delivery. I mean, bro, that's acting. That's fucking acting to the fullest. Everybody, even the fucking extras that were slaves, bro, you believed it. The Ten Commandments is awesome.
Yule comes back from his legion, his army, just getting their asses drowned, and he's just their God is God.
Yep.
Okay, you had Spartacus. What was the other one?
Oh, I love Spartacus.
And they made a remake of it where at the end they're driving the carts.
Ben-Hur?
Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur, yes. The Charleston Heston version of Ben-Hur, dude.
Kurt fucking Russell, bro. Kurt Russell. That motherfucker made it to 109 years old, bro. Amazing. That shit is amazing. Another movie I would like to bring up that was crazy was, except for, well, no. All of the Friday the 13th series were very good. I don't know how you guys feel, but from one all the way to fucking the last one, which was Jason X, it was fucking great, especially Jason Takes Manhattan.
I loved them all except for number 4.
Which was?
4.
You hated 4?
I hated 4.
Oh, that was the one where he was a body possession. He was spinning the mouths and shit. Yeah, that one was there. But at the end, he showed up though. He showed up at the end. He manifested out the guy's fucking body.
Yeah,
that's when you knew Jason was in a class by himself because he's supernatural, right? Because you got to think about it. This guy would get shot. He'd get fucking hacked. The best Jason was Jason Returns, where it begins with a whole bunch of sheriffs are just plowing them with shotguns, with Marksburg shots and shit, and they take him to the fucking coroner's office, and all of a sudden he just gets up and starts fucking wrecking shit.
Which one was the one where the guy, he had a girlfriend, his girlfriend got killed while he was in the toilet taking a shit?
Oh, part 2. Oh my God.
Part 2?
Yeah, bro. Oh my God, did he fucking catch it?
Dude, part 3 was awesome when you got Kevin Bacon getting it on with a chick and Jason's underneath them and boop.
Oh, the fucking pitchfork, baby. That is classic, bro. Loose. Oh my God, bro. Caught the fucking woo. Hey, yo, Jason had the ill kills. How about when he took the bitch in the sleeping bag, bro? And he banged that bitch against the fucking you fucking bitch. Bro, that was fucking awesome, bro. That is the best cinematic kill so far, bro, to just take a bitch in a sleeping bag and dust that bitch off like a wet fucking rug.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet, but I heard the latest American Horror Story is supposed to be based on that genre of films.
Really? I mean, it doesn't entice me.
The 80s slasher flicks?
Yeah, it doesn't entice me for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's because, it looks too satanic for me. Right? Doesn't it?
It depends on the season.
Gave it a chance at all, so I don't know. But I just don't know. Now, I tried watching last weekend because it's supposed to be a cult classic. I watched House of a Thousand Corpses, right?
Yeah.
Rob Zombie's original movie. And I was not impressed. I really was not impressed.
I find Rob Zombie movies to be very hit or miss. I appreciate the effort that he puts into his shit, but it whether or not it's good, it's a real hit or miss type of thing.
His Halloween was pretty good. You know why? Because I always pictured Michael Myers like a big 6'9" cane looking motherfucker, that overpowered motherfucker. Because John Carpenter's, that was, it's the original, but to me, he just has a carpenter suit, and he was stocky, but he just looked like a good solid 220. This guy that was fucking Michael Myers, he had fucking, his hair was all crazy. This guy was like big. This guy was fucking massive. And the way he just kept slamming that dude against the bathroom stall over and over till he smashed his fucking back up. Like, I was like, that's possible. That shit bought me. I heard that they're talking about a fucking Friday the 13th under the same banner. Imagine what Jason's gonna look like.
Well, I'll tell you, did you see the remake of Friday the 13th?
No, not yet.
No.
It was not good.
Yeah, it sucks wombat dick.
It was bad. It was just really bad.
Damn.
And which is sad because it had a good cast in it. The cast was great, but the writing was shit.
Seems to be a problem all across the board these days.
Right. It's like, yeah, you know, yes.
You know what bothers me about that, and I won't get too deep into it, is that
No, go
there
ahead.
are good writers out there. Just Hollywood's not pulling them.
Yeah.
They're not enlisting their services. And Raider from LA Boxing, that's a good question. I've answered it before. Mine is the Jawa Sandcrawler from the first generation of Star Wars toys from '77.
That shit was big, and it opened up and shit, and it had levels. That shit was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to say my original 1984 Optimus Prime with the trailer.
Oh yeah, and it had the little wagon, then the bug, the little plasma cannon. My shit would have to be GI Joes of the '80s. The 3/4-inch figures. There were a whole legion of them shits with the vehicles and the fucking big aircraft carrier, and I had all that shit.
The USS Flag. You can store all your GI Joe shit in the Flag.
Just leave them right on there.
A big toy box.
Yeah, just leave them right on there, bro. A big ass diorama set, bro. That shit, bro. And listen, to buy one of those right now is like $15,000. No lie. To buy a USS fucking brand new in a box, 15 G's, bro.
I believe it.
Even the ones that have been opened up are still $1,000 minimum.
Yeah, minimum 5,000. Like mint condition, opened already, no box. You know, still with the stickers on, maybe missing one cannon or something. Bro, that's still money.
When we were kids, they were $100. That's, you know, for the '80s, that's a pretty expensive damn thing. I mean, if I really wanted something like that, I would have had to have asked for that for my birthday or Christmas or something.
Yep.
And even then, I might not get it.
Right. Listen, Raider, I had that metal Voltron. But it was from Japan, and all the lions used to fucking disengage and shit, and like the arms, like the green lion and the red lion, their heads used to pop off when you press the button. Then the yellow lion and the blue lion had missiles and shit on their back and shit that used to raise up from the center of their back. Bro, I had all of them shits to form Voltron. The black lion, that shit was brolic. Man, I
didn't have any Voltrons. I had some Gundams, and those things were cool as hell, man.
I had the Mazinger X, big fucking like 18-inch to 20-inch fucking a Japanese toy and shit that the knuckles used to shoot fucking missiles, and they were big. They always were with the big Godzillas that when you press the tongue in the back, the fucking the fucking tongue used to come out when you press the button, and it used to look like flames and shit.
Now let's talk about what's going to be starting production here soon, though. We are going to have the solo movie Snake Eyes.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Okay. Now, everyone knows about my affiliation with Hasbro, you know, so I get insider information all the time, right?
Right.
From what I'm hearing, what they're trying to do is make a G.I. Joe plus Transformers plus Mask movie.
Oh, Mask.
Like a crossover?
Mask. That was the shit where that little green motorcycle that used to turn into a fucking chopper.
I had the Camaro where the doors.
The Camaro, yes, opened up into fucking the butterfly wings, and it had the rocket exhaust. Hell yeah, bro! The driver he looked crazy. He looked like he had a hazmat suit on in red and gray.
Yep.
Hell yeah, I had them shits, bro. Bro, the '80s had the best toys, man. The best fucking toys. The toys of today, I'm glad they're bringing it back, but with more articulation. The new G.I. Joe line, I've been knee deep in that shit. And they're much better than the figures that we used to have back then. The 3/4 inch, now they're 6-inch figures, bro. These motherfuckers are bad. You know what I mean? And I'm a toy collector. I love collecting these motherfuckers, bro. I pose them. I take my photos. I put them up on Instagram. Everybody go check me out on Instagram, jcotto 1013 on Instagram if you want to, because that Instagram page is just for that, for the diorama sets. And if you know, I try to post them here in my community. If you want to look at, some nice toy photos and shit, because that's basically what I like to do. And
yes,
I'm telling you, yeah, these guys, I'm telling you, man, these figures, bro, the way they're coming out now, and Hasbro has been like their ingenuity on the joint technology now on them, man. You can pose these motherfuckers in ways that the way the comic book illustrators used to draw them, like a Spider-Man. This motherfucker can actually articulate the way McFarlane or Jim Lee, if they drew him, or anyone else, Sylvester would draw him. You could articulate them the same way, man. Because these things have like 90 points of articulation now. Like
they're making great action figures, but like my Transformers, man, they're building them cheap as shit. I can't stand the new
the best line for Transformers. The problem is you don't like the hard plastics. That's what it is. But the joint technology, that right there, you got to check it out from Takara, right? Takara, the joint technology, they use this hard ass plastic that it's not, bro. This is the most durable fucking plastic, bro. You could transform these motherfuckers.
Dude, masterpiece.
Look at that Bumblebee. Hold on.
Die cast metal, man.
Look at that.
Die cast.
Original Bumblebee.
And everybody's seen all my masterpiece back here, but die cast metal, ain't plastic, ain't cheap. These things are made to last, and they're phenomenal.
And I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Did you get Superion back together, dude? It looks like you did.
Yeah, I got him back together.
Nice, bro. I'm gonna tell you guys something right now, man. Fucking the Transformer movies that they released by Michael Bay, right? I liked them, especially the Bumblebee movie.
Oh yeah,
the Bumblebee movie that should have been released before the other ones, to tell you the truth, because that one was more.
I liked Transformers 1, 2, and 3, right?
Right.
And when they brought in what's his name?
Leonard Nimoy?
No, the muscle guy, can't remember what his name is, that took basically Shia LaBeouf's place. I couldn't stand watching them.
Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Marky Mark.
6 just sucked.
Yeah, it did. Like that shit. What is it? The Knights?
That was horrible.
I'm like, well, get the fuck out of here. Since when did Transformers have to do anything with King Arthur and the fucking Excalibur and the Knights of the Round Table? Can somebody explain this shit to me?
Too much mirroring Earth history. One of those movies, 3, 4, or 5, one of them was long as shit. I can't remember which one. I just remember I started at like midnight, and I might have gotten up for a few piss breaks, but it was like 3, 4 in the morning. I'm like, God damn, this isn't over yet.
Yeah, it's like, and they're long too. It's like 2 hours and a half, right? And it's all CG fucking I. It's all CGI.
Yep.
And yeah, they did wear out the Transformers. I agree, Mala. They worn that shit out to the point that I'm done with Transformers unless it's a first gen movie and it's gonna be like the Bumblebee movie. Then fine, because the Bumblebee movie, that shit brought breath. It breathed fresh breath into it. So they got to follow up now with an Optimus Prime origin, or some shit like that.
Yeah, they've rebooted it too many times at this point. They need to let it rest for a little while. Let people get nostalgic again. And they're not making any video games anymore, which, I mean, they came out with a couple that were pretty good, and we've heard nothing from Hasbro or any of the other parent companies since then.
Right.
I think, though, that you'll find Takara actually makes some Transformers. I can't remember which ones, though.
They have all of them now, Maze. They've been releasing. I'm on a toy channel here. Subscribe to them, bro. It's like every day they release like 3 of them, and they show you how to transform them. And these things have like 150 points of articulation, so it's really hard. But bro, they look just like the fucking Gen 1 cartoons, Gen 2 cartoons. Like they look just like them. They just released now the what was it? The one with the T-Rex and the gorilla, Optimus Prime.
Beast Wars.
They look just like the CGI cartoons, bro. The skins, the mappings, everything looks just like it. I was like, holy shit, Takara is on the money. And I mean, these were the first guys that created Transformers in Japan, and they had it. They bought them. America bought them off of them, and they just renamed them Transformers, but they were something else. And I remember having Transformer figures, the small ones like Bumblebee. And then I had Red Alert, and then they started making fucking Optimus Prime and Starscream and fucking Megatron, the gun. I mean, I was like, what the fuck, bro? And these things were metal, and they were from Japan. And I always saw the Chinese kids. The Chinese kids used to come to school. They always had those special fucking toys. And I'm like, yo, where you get these things from? And my friend Peter Lung, I don't know if he's still alive. Peace to your brother David as well. My man Peter Lung took me to Chinatown. Bro, it was a gold mine from there. I saw these toys coming from China, and I was like, it's the same thing but cheaper. Holy shit, bro.
Right.
I was like, oh shit.
I've got a couple of, well, I've got one Masterpiece Transformer that, was that John?
Yeah, no, I just was checking to see if he came.
Okay. They make them in China now. I'm not going to buy from China anymore because
COVID formers.
Well, it's principle now, but
trans COVID.
Exactly.
Takes more than your eyes.
And yeah, Bumblebee was watchable. Rasclot, they put the movie into a state where the story kind of inserts itself into the Michael Bay universe, and then it kind of steps back out again at the end.
Yeah, and let's take it to the 80s movies for a minute, right? Like the 80s cartoons, like movie renditions. That Dolph Lundgren He-Man movie was pretty good, right? Except I felt like they had He-Man. I felt like they had He-Man and they put their own generic characters within the Masters of the Universe, right? And at the end, I felt confused, but I was satisfied for some reason. They were missing Battle Cat, Oracle, Man-at-Arms looked like Man-at-Arms, Tita looked like Tita. I mean, there were certain characters. Beastman looked crazy. I liked the way Beastman looked. Like, they looked fabulous. The sorcerers looked wonderful, but it was just the feel to it and that fucking melodious fucking key to wherever the fuck, to West Bubba, the key to West Bubba fuck, like, it was senseless from there. But it was great. I mean, I liked it. It just wasn't mad. It was like one of those straight to DVD movies.
Dude, early 80s movies. One of the best gems that people always forget about is what was it called? I think it was called Legend.
Oh man, bro. What? With Tim Curry playing as Lucifer and shit.
Yeah.
Bro, that bitch that came out the water, that witch, that slimy bitch.
The makeup job that they must have had to do every day to get them in character, man.
Legend is legend.
Wow.
Hell yeah, bro. Yo, that's a great movie. They actually had a fucking unicorn, bro, and everything looked mystical. Everything looked really mystical. Everything looked really, really fucking nice. And I just kept looking at it like, you know, like, what the fuck? Like, damn, this movie, like, that was the first Lord of the Ring movies and shit. Black Star.
Y'all remember this?
Oh, yeah. I had one figures.
I would get this one mixed up with He-Man because it had the good guy had the sword and the bad guy had the other half of the sword.
Yeah. Black Star was fucking legend, man. And there's fucking, how about Thundar the Barbarian?
Dude, I love that show, dude. Thundar the Barbarian
with
his own sword.
Yep, with the princess, that fucking magical hua, and fucking Ukla the Mock.
Yep, his ripoff of a lightsaber.
Yep, and a ripoff of a Wookiee.
Yeah.
Here we are, Thundar. But this is a movie they should make. They should make Thundar the movie. I'm for it. I'm fucking for it. That and Space Ghost.
Dude, Space Ghost is timeless.
Bro, Space Ghost with his mighty sidekicks. What was it? Jane and the other fuck with the fucking monkey Blink.
Yeah.
Or Blick or whatever the fuck his name was. That was great, but we need a Thundar the Barbarian movie. That shit would rock, bro. Oh, that shit would be awesome.
I'm not remembering this, but since John brought up lightsaber ripoffs, y'all remember this?
Oh man,
it's called Galtar and the Golden Lance.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
remember that.
Galtar. I remember that. I like this cartoon only because of the hilts of the sword when I used to draw. You see the hilt he's holding, the two hilts? That
Yeah.
shit was wonderful to draw.
Yeah, I
used to
don't remember that. So
No,
Hey,
I mean, I
One
wasn't.
more Galtar picture.
Yeah, that horse looked like a Clydesdale.
The
Look
horse
like-
looks more familiar to me than the sword.
Yeah, the horse looks like fucking Thundar's, the barbarian's horse, because he had a
Yeah.
horse that looked just like that too. That shit with a mohawk. We need a Thundar movie, man.
dude, okay. Talking horrible movies now, man. One of my favorite actors in the world, Jeremy Irons, right? There's only one movie where I look at him and I'm like, what the hell were you thinking? And that was that damn Dungeons and Dragons movie that he did.
I'm about to screenshot that shit.
Oh man, this bullshit.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, fuck out of here. What's up, Zero Infinity? Welcome to the Because We Love Movie stream.
That,
and
oh my God, what?
What the hell is he trying to scare people with that grill?
I don't know, but his fucking teeth would make a glass of lemonade jealous.
That movie was a train wreck from the opening crawl to, the time, where everything started. And I mean, it was a train wreck.
And then look at the first fucking Xerxes from fucking this fucking douchebag in the background right here with the gray lipstick. He became the mummy later on in life, right?
Is that the guy that played Emotep?
Yeah.
No, that's not him.
You sure?
Yeah.
So who's that fucking Right Said Fred looking motherfucker?
I think it's a one-time wannabe that showed up and never got a role again because this movie was so bad.
I think it's because of the lipstick. He didn't wear that shit right.
I remember Dungeons and Dragons. It was in production hell for 15 years.
Yeah.
That takes it all the way back to 1985. They
Yep.
couldn't figure out what the fuck to do with it or how to release it, what it should be about. And when they finally did, it was just this big mess. And I'm sorry, the princess in the game, she was just a ripoff of the Never-Ending Story princess to me.
Oh, Atreyu, the never-ending story. That fucking dog is awesome. That flying dog with the big floppy fucking ears. That beautiful motherfucker. I love that dog.
You know what's so sad about a Dungeons and Dragons movie? They've got as much lore as like Star Wars, right?
Oh,
If
yeah.
you had someone write a good movie, you could make an amazing movie, man.
Yep.
I mean, all the magical creatures, races, I imagine you could come up with something amazing if you actually spent some time on it,
Spent some
Yeah.
time writing for it.
Yeah.
Another intellectual property that would work that has a lot of lore is Warhammer. Now that's video game based, but I mean the lore is so deep they could go so many ways with it.
I really enjoyed the Warhammer movie.
Wait, there's a Warhammer movie?
No, not Warhammer.
Warcraft?
Warcraft.
Warcraft was great.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Badass movie, man.
Yeah.
Warcraft was fucking great. Now, you know what fucking movie really fucking like Pacific Rim. Both of them.
I liked the first one, didn't like the second one.
I ain't like none of that shit, man, because now people are not gonna want Voltron if they ever come across that shit, because it's gonna remind you of fucking Pacific fucking Rim. And speaking of the name Pacific Rim, doesn't that sound kind of fucked up?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it, bro. The only part that was real great that everybody's talking about was when he took the battleship and he fucking Babe Ruth that motherfucker, boy, with that shit. That was it.
Prepare to give our enemies a rim job.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was retarded. I just ain't digging that shit, man. Let's see. What else can we think of?
What was the what were the Transformers of the 90s? God damn it. I'm trying to remember the name of them. They're huge.
Armada.
No, not Armada. They weren't called Transformers. They were guys running around in suits.
Fucking Power Rangers.
Yeah, the Power Rangers. The only thing I didn't like about them, I understand every generation gets its whatever.
Yeah.
But when the Power Rangers came along, I was like, well, what about Transformers? Nobody remembers them anymore.
You know what I mean? And look, that's too much power for a bunch of fucking teenagers. That's too much responsibilities for a bunch of fucking teenagers to walk around with fucking spacesuits and you're able to summon shit the size of the fucking Empire State Building to make something that's even fucking bigger. That's too much responsibility for these young fucks. That shit made no sense to me. Now, the Voltron Force was different because the Voltron Force, they were already fucking space fucking cadets, right? So they were young. They were already trained to fucking fight, starships and shit. So if you give them a couple of mechanical lions that have great fucking firepower and are able to transform into something that's the size of the fucking Empire State Building in space, I dig it.
And the show on Netflix was done right. It took the existing lore on the Lion Voltron and kind of made it a little bit more special. Like the first time the team assembled the Lions into Voltron, like they had to have some kind of right frame of mind or some shit.
They had a bond together, But I'll tell you, the season 1 of the Netflix Transformers, they knocked out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
They followed the English comic books to a T.
Yeah.
They told the story of exactly how it was. And I have to say, they impressed me on it. They really impressed me.
And I like the fact that they left Starscream as a fucking conniving little bitch that he is.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well,
I like
the voice of Optimus Prime in this series too. It's a kid. Like by kid, I mean he's like 18. But the dude's just got this really commanding. It's Peter Cullen's voice.
Yeah.
He can channel Peter Cullen really well. And whoever does Starscream also does him really well.
Yeah,
well, I love how they start the series with Jetfire. Jetfire is, the commander of the Seekers, and
he worked for Megatron.
Yeah, and you see him turn from, wanting all this war to converting to be an Autobot, which you never see that in Gen 1. And that's the way it was supposed to be, because his Gen 1 original toy, his symbol flipped from Autobot to Decepticon and vice versa. So,
right, yeah. And how do you guys feel about the G.I. Joe movies? The movies that they made with G.I. Joe 1 and 2. I like them.
I horrible.
And I tell you, Snake Eyes made that movie. Made both of them. Snake Eyes made both of those movies.
I thought they were just bad.
Really? I mean, I like the idea of the jumpsuits. Those new mechanized suits that they had that was, giving them the ability to run faster. And I mean, it was pretty cool. And then the second one was more of Snake Eyes' origin, which is leading up to the movie that they made now with Ray Parker, which is Snake Eyes Origins.
Yeah,
I like the G.I. Joe. I just didn't like the fact that they put Rock as fucking Roadblock. I don't like that. And I'm glad they didn't pick Terry Crews either, right? But I could have seen a Michael Jai White play a fucking Roadblock. You know what I mean? And other actors as well. It's just they went with The Rock because The Rock was famous at the time. He was hired as a hot commodity.
I do need to mention this, just anybody that doesn't know, and I'm pretty sure everybody on the panel knows this. Netflix canceled The Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance.
Yes.
Oh man.
Without any real explanation. Jim Henson's daughter worked very hard on that prequel. Now they're gonna put the story in comic books, which I don't give two fucks about.
Yeah,
You know why? You know why they did that? Because they can't wake the fucking puppets. You know what I mean?
Well, not that
They
it's.
can't go woke with that shit.
I think it's because of money. Because it was estimated each episode cost between $25 to $30 million to make per episode.
I believe it. The visuals in that thing were fucking stunning, but they were worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they could reuse sets.
Yeah.
I mean, Netflix offered no explanation, and Jim Henson's daughter just kind of, she seemed like she had to just sort of shrug it off and say, "Oh, well, that's life." I'm just like, "Fuck that."
I think I know
But
why.
fucking Cuties is okay.
No. I think they're gonna cut back on a lot of shit. I just hope they don't take Cobra Kai out. I love Cobra Kai.
They won't.
Well, Cobra Kai it's weird because it's still owned by YouTube.
Yeah.
And but Netflix has the rights to air it, but it's still owned by YouTube.
Yeah, it's a YouTube original. It's a
No.
YouTube original.
YouTube just doesn't want to do the streaming thing anymore. They're too busy silencing people now. That's what they're
Exactly. But I was gonna say, I think the reason why they're dropping shit Netflix is because they just got in trouble for that cutie shit, and there are a lot of lawsuits behind it. So they're going broke. You know, I read that just the other day.
They lost billions off of that. Their stock dropped like 75 points.
Yeah, man. Nobody. I'm telling you, these people think that they live in the pedophilia world. No, that shit is not wanted here. You guys ever seen the movie? Damn, man, what the fuck? Heartbreak Ridge
Oh yeah.
with Clint Eastwood, Mario Van Peebles, Gunny.
Long time ago. I had to look it up.
That was a great movie.
One of the greats from
That big ass cigar.
all of our early childhood, man, and Steven Spielberg again, but Encounters of the Third Kind.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah.
Very fucking great movie. And let me tell you something. Those are one of the movies that got me interested in making dioramas when he started making that mountain in his living room. He took all the dirt and shit and started making that, right? And I always wanted to do that shit when I was young. I was like, oh, that mountain looks just the same, but smaller scale. That's crazy. Yeah.
Now, I will say this much, and this is to everybody watching too. If you really want to see what the military was like, including me from present day military, but go get yourself the season of Band of Brothers and watch it.
That's a good set of movies.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
It is true to God exactly how it was during World War II.
Well, they use original equipment too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, man. I was watching that for a while. That shit was pretty good. You guys remember? Damn, man, it was an HBO original in the 80s.
Oz?
No.
Fraggle Rock?
No. It was all right.
The Sopranos.
No. It's way before these. It was around the era of First and 10. Shit. All right. I'm gonna describe it because I can't remember the name, but I know the program. It was this guy who was raised watching TV, and every time he has a situation in his life, it flashes back to something from a television program that he used to watch. Like when he wants to kill a bitch, you see an actor going, oh, from a different movie scene and shit like that. It goes into the black and white acting or whatever, and he like spaces off, and it would cut straight to that little movie scene as to what he was feeling, and then it will go straight into the real life of what he was doing and shit. I forgot the name of it, man. It was around this Dream On. Yes, Khalil. It was called Dream On. You guys don't remember that series?
No.
No.
I do remember the series.
Remember that every time he went through a situation, it always had a movie clip and it's going through his mind at the time.
That was an adult series, wasn't it?
Yes.
There was some occasional titties in there.
Yes, it was it was alongside with First and 10, which was a football fucking drama series that they used to have. It was along the lines with the Hitchhiker. Remember the Hitchhiker?
Right.
Oh yeah, I love that.
The Hitchhiker was one of the first like Tales of the Crypt fucking series as well, man. Like we're taking it back right now. Those HBO programmings were fucking great.
Yeah.
Yes, they were. And Mala, yes, Falling Down with Michael Douglas is a great story about a nice guy who just fucking snaps. Single father who loses everything.
Yeah, bro, that was a great fucking film, man.
Now, the one movie that I think I actually laughed my spleen out of myself. I think it was the funniest movie that was the raunchiest thing that ever, though. Orgasmo.
Never seen it.
You never saw it.
Never.
I'm looking.
It's made by the guys that do South Park.
Never seen it, man. I gotta check it out.
Trey Parker?
It is. Oh my!
Yeah, 1997. I see it.
I'm not going to spoil. Jay, you have got to stream this movie. It is one of the funniest things you will ever see in your entire life.
Hang on, I'm about to put the movie art into a screenshot because Jay's got to see this.
Yeah.
Trey Parker in this outfit. I think Jay stepped up for a second. Whenever you're back, Jay, I got a screenshot of the film.
Which film is this?
Orgasmo.
Oh man, I've never seen it. Yo, Glenn Avery, what's going on, brother? Welcome to Because We Love Movies. No, bro, I've never seen Orgasmo. How about let's take it back to them high school flicks that we used to watch, like 18 Again with George Burns. Remember that movie?
Vaguely.
That he dies and he had a wish, and he goes into his grandson's body, and his grandson goes into his body, and he gets to experience the young life again and shit. He makes his grandson cool at the end. Like it's real fucking crazy. And how about the Heavenly Kid?
The Heavenly Kid, I do remember.
That's a great fucking movie.
You say George Burns, though, I immediately think of the 3 Oh God movies. Especially the last one. HBO replayed that one over and over again. Oh God, you devil.
Yeah, you're not lying about that, man. They played that shit over. And also the Harry Hamlin movie, King of the Hill, where he was a race car driver. They used to run that shit a lot. They used to run fucking Romancing the Stone a lot. Remember that shit?
Yes, Romancing the Stone.
That you ever seen a movie with Rob Schneider called Tempest, where he used to take his glasses off and he used to put them up in the sky, and he used to summon like rain and thunder and shit by just saying, "All right, show me the money. Come on, show me the money." Right? And he just put his glasses and looked through his glasses up. He would hold them up to the sky and look and just say that. And this motherfucker used to bring a tempest through. Like, man, that movie was fucking great.
Rob Schneider, Tempest film.
That was a great movie. It's like fucking 1981 or so. It had to go back with Peter O'Toole and fucking Eye of the Needle. That's how far back I'm taking that shit, brother. You know? Real fucking back. Like 81, 80 type shit.
Tempest.
Remember fucking Mommy Dearest?
Oh God.
Bro.
I got a great story for that one.
Bro, she used to beat the shit out of her daughter, bro.
Yeah, that's one that HBO and Showtime ran over and over again. Now, when I was a little kid, I didn't like getting spanked for a while there, and I actually had the balls to say to my mom, "You're a child abuser," because she spanked me. You know what she made me do? She made me fucking watch Mommy Dearest one day. She knew I had seen it before, but she's like, "You're going to see this fucking movie all the way through." And then when I was done, she was like, "Now, do you still think I'm a child abuser?"
Oh, shit.
I was like crying and shit. I was like, "No."
That's crazy. Yes, Khalil. No, that's a bugged out story, bro. Yo, Khalil, Excalibur, yes, 1981.
Excalibur is my favorite single film of all time, like one that has no sequels, no.
That's where that shit came from. That was the soundtrack to that movie.
You know that scene where the dude rapes the girl and basically makes King Arthur?
Yeah.
That's the director's daughter getting raped in that scene. People have
That's
asked him
crazy.
over and over the years. He's like, couldn't you like not stand to watch that? And he's like, no, I was making a movie. I'm like, dude,
That's fucking nuts, bro. This guy watching his daughter getting make believe plowed. Like, that's crazy.
you know, that was a weird scene too because he was like doing it with the armor on, and she was totally naked.
Oh no, that's not no.
I'm like, yeah, the director's mind was somewhere else.
Oh, that's I know. One of them voyeur motherfuckers.
But that dude that played Merlin, Nicole Williamson, he had like the chrome helmet on. That role was badass.
It was.
When I think of Merlin, I think of that guy. I don't think of some Gandalf looking dude with a hat.
Yeah,
I don't think of that.
Yeah, Animal House was a great movie too, Mala. Yes, it was. Animal House was fucking awesome. That bitch was drunk. They brought that bitch to the crib in a fucking shopping cart, and then they stood her up on the door. They propped her up, and they rang the doorbell, and they opened the door. That bitch fell right in front of her father, and I think her father was the dean. He was fucking the dean's daughter, one of the dudes. That shit was crazy. Porky's 1 and 2 was fucking great as well.
Clockwork Orange, that scene in the guy's house.
Bro, that's a weird.
I'm ready for love.
That's a weird fucking movie, Clockwork.
John, you missed the Mommy Dearest discussion.
Bro, Mommy Dearest, that bitch was savage.
You know, that movie, I was trying to remember the woman that played Joan Crawford, Faye Dunaway. The real Joan Crawford said, if anybody ever plays me, I want it to be Faye Dunaway before she died.
Wow.
So she got her wish.
Yeah, Faye Dunaway did a great job.
I still have not seen Porky's, Tony.
You gotta see Porky's, man. Yeah, Porky's taught us a lot.
Yeah. Woogie, 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 woogie.
Boogie, 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 boogie. That was Porky's too.
Yep.
From that same time frame, there's a movie where Jeff Goldblum starts out. He's really young. He's like the bad guy. He's like beating the shit. Him and some other dude are beating the shit out of this woman, and he's like, "God damn rich cunt." Do you know what movie that is? I think it's from the 70s.
No.
I think maybe Death Wish.
Could it? He probably was a Death Wish because they had a lot of rape scenes and shit in Death Wishes, bro. The motherfuckers are savage with rape scenes in Death Wish.
Bronson was scary.
He was one of those dudes that fucking take your life with a turtleneck on, bro.
Bill Burr's animated show on Netflix, F is for Family, has like a Charles Bronson kind of parody character show in it. It's like I forget what it's called. His catchphrase is, "A man's got to do what a man does."
Yeah. The Fly was great with Jeff Goldblum. That shit was awesome. The Fly.
I know I talk about this movie a lot, but dude, one of the best stop motion ever, Dragon Slayer, dude.
That's actually Go Motion.
Dragon Slayer was great, especially when the fucking dragon was eating her fucking ankles.
Yeah,
baby dragon, dude. I was like, this bitch.
The people at ILM at the time, I don't know what they were smoking, man, but that was like the most realistic design dragon I've ever seen. And like I've said before on these streams, it's been copied over and over since that movie came out. Reign of Fire, Dragonheart. I'm trying to remember the other film. Some of the Harry Potter movies have got what they call the Vermithrax dragon in them too. They copy that design endlessly.
And I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. Like the two best dragon movies for me is that one, what he just said, and Dragon Slayer and Reign of Fire. That's a beautiful movie. I love Reign of Fire. That's a beautiful.
People make fun of Matt McConaughey in that movie. I thought his character was fucking awesome.
Bro, his character was badass, bro.
That entire movie was just hardcore. I mean, it really was. It was a hardcore movie.
I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, we were talking about drive-ins earlier. Dragon Slayer is one of my drive-in experiences. I went one year and I saw, they were brand new at the time, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, and Dragon Slayer in a double feature.
Hell
I just laid on the hood of my grandmother's 68 Impala
yeah.
while she sat in the driver's seat. I don't know how she could see over me. Maybe as a kid I was small enough, or her car was just big enough.
Yeah.
We just laid on the hood of her damn car and watched this movie for 2 hours, 4 hours actually.
That's fucking awesome, man. Yes, Khalil. Fucking no, wait, who said it? Yes, Glenn. Yes, Full Metal Jacket. Great movie.
Who said that? Who the fuck just said that?
How tall are you, son? I'm 6'2", sir. Well, goddamn, I didn't know they could stack shit that high, man. That movie, he couldn't take no more. That motherfucker blew his head off, son. That's some real life fucking post-traumatic syndrome right there, bro. Yeah.
They wouldn't be able to make it today because Private Snowball, get over here.
Hell yeah. You fucking SJW, you cottonelle in the ass, motherfucker. Drop it, give me 500 until you grow some fucking hair on your fucking balls. These guys are fucking drop faster than raindrops. I'm telling you, bro. Like they can handle that shit, bro. Officer and a Gentleman was another great fucking movie.
I love that movie, man. Deborah Wink. Oh, wow.
Your blood's as red as mine, ain't it?
Yeah. The lift is up where we belong. That's the fucking theme song to that movie. And let me tell you something. Mayonnaise. Remember that, bro?
It had some realistic dialogue. Like at the end, I remember him thanking the sergeant. He's like, you're like a dad to me. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I got nowhere else to go.
Why don't you just quit, Mayonnaise? I got nowhere else to go.
And that's when he felt sorry for him and shit and started looking more into him. But that's the whole thing about it. That's why I love that movie. He broke him because he made him look into himself, and he kept asking him that question in so many ways in his method. Are you sure you want to be here? Okay, so if you want to be here, you got to push yourself because I see you ain't shit. So you're going to. That's what he was doing all the time. All the time. That's why at the end, he actually didn't he hug him back and have a tear in his eye because he actually felt for him. That was a great fucking movie, bro.
Yeah.
And Glenn Avery, The Green Mile is one of the few movies that actually is almost 100% identical to how you picture it in the book.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's like they made a movie of what was in my head when I read the book.
Yep. And Of Mice and Men is one of those movies too.
Now, I hear Tony down there talking about Top Gun. Top Gun has got to be the best soundtrack to any movie ever.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. Kenny Loggins, bro. Danger Zone. Fuck yeah. And why take my breath away? Hell yeah.
And
here's a search, bitch. Right?
The drunken sing-along of Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah.
Take me to bed or lose me forever.
Oh man, bro.
Meg Ryan was the shit in that film, though, even though she didn't appear very long. She was in it.
She was the 90s thing. She really was.
How about there was some hard comedy in a movie that I used to watch, right? One day I had cut school with a friend of mine named Omar. Peace to you if you run across the street, bro, and leave a fucking comment, Omar. So we cut high school, right, one day. And we went back to my crib, bro, and we watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the original one.
The movie or the series?
No, the movie.
Oh, Lord.
This shit has, golden hidden comedy. There's one scene that if you watch and you're fucking weeded out or something, or you're just feeling nice or you're drunk, watch that scene if you want to laugh so hard that you twist your fucking guts. Bro, the scene where he gets fucking stabbed in the chest by her, Paul Rubin, fucking Pee Wee Herman, and he goes, ooh, ee, ow, ooh, Then he drops out, and then he comes up and goes, ooh, yo, that shit was hilarious. And Rutger Hauer's in the movie, as the head vampire, and he's trying to bite her and make her his, right? So he gets so frustrated. I thought I'd never see Rutger Hauer say, like do this role, right? He shakes and he goes, "Stay still, you little bitch! I'm trying to turn you." Stay still, you little bitch! I'm trying to turn you, bro. That movie has golden hidden comedy gems in it, bro. You just gotta really pay attention to that movie. That shit is hilarious.
Swanson too, dude. She's
bad as hell. Yeah. She's bad as hell.
I was just watching that scene when you called it out. You know, the first Jim Carrey, actually the first Jim Carrey movie I ever saw was a vampire movie. It was
Once Bitten.
Yep. Way back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, Once Bitten. That shit was hilarious.
It ends with them looking for him because, and they walk up by the coffin and the coffin's rocking.
Yep.
In the movie.
Remember that shit, man. They got fucking. I'm telling you, man, we had gems, bro. How about fucking Tango and Cash? Great action movie with Schwarzenegger. I mean, with Stallone and fucking Kurt Russell.
Dude,
that was a great movie.
Every time I think of that movie, I don't know why. I think about Throw Mama from the Train.
Ellen, there's a murderer in the house.
Yeah, but you know what? I also think of Stop on My Mama's Shoe.
Yeah.
Stop on My Mama's Shoe.
Yeah. That's with Stallone and Estelle Getty.
You don't have a cousin, Patty. You lied to me, Clang.
Yeah, definitely. Wesley, welcome, Wesley Mitchell. Welcome to Because We Love Movies. Definitely. How about Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
I was just going to comment on that one earlier. Somebody mentioned Sean Penn.
It's the movie that started everything for the 80s, man.
Bro, Phoebe Cates at Poolside. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, but it's the movie that started everything. And I can't believe the line, from Matthew McConaughey has followed him his entire life. All right.
Bro. Oh yeah! Oh shit! All right. Yeah, he did that shit in Tropical Thunder, and that's a great movie, kid. Tropical Thunder, you crazy? They try to cancel that shit, and they can't because of Robert Downey Jr. He played the best role in that shit, bro. He goes, "Let me tell you something. We're gonna move on up to the east side, in the deluxe apartment in the sky." He goes, "Motherfucker. Are you recited the Jeffersons to me?" He just turns his head and he makes him look in the sky and shit. "I'm saying, my brother." "The fuck you mean, my brother? You white." Shh. My brother. We finally got the piece of the pie. He recited the whole lot. Oh, Phoebe Cates, there she goes, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, bro.
Oh, she
fucking still looks good.
She didn't age very well.
And Gremlins, no, she did age very well. She looks great.
For almost 70, yeah, I would say she aged very well. But shit.
She was, man, that red bikini, bro, coming out of the fucking pool, the way she did, all slow-mo and shit. I was like, every teenage kid, bro, wanted to poke this chick right here.
What was the name of the Italian guy in that, though? Because
Nicolas Cage.
I never saw him in another movie ever after that.
Nah, he was
Italian guy.
He was in The Last American Virgin.
Wait, what was his part in Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
He was the guy selling the tickets.
Yeah.
He slept.
Oh, Damone. Hey, this is great iced tea.
He was in The Last American Virgin. He was the scumbag that got the girl that got the chick pregnant and shit.
Yeah.
I think he was on fucking Facts of Life for a while.
Yeah, he was one of them fucking sitcom fucking show up guys. Yeah.
Sean Penn's lines were among the best, though. That was my skull. I'm so wasted.
Oh shit!
Get out, Curtis. I don't hear you unless you knock.
There's not a single character in that movie. If you would have taken one character out, the movie would have fallen apart.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because even Ben Affleck's part, man, where he's running around beating freshmen, you know.
Bro, you tell me, man, the movie started all this shit, all this American Pie and all. These were the movies from, you know what I'm saying, way back in the days, bro. Especially the one I named before that. It's one of the sleeper movies, but they were real good. It was the Last American Virgin. That was a great fucking movie, bro. You know what I'm saying? It had to do with teenage pregnancy. You know? That shit was a good. Whoever saw that movie, Kids.
Which one was that?
It was in like the early 90s. It was about a whole bunch of kids. They were friends, and the way they used to party irresponsibly. Then at the end, they had my boy, may he rest in peace, Harold Miner. He was a skateboarder and shit in it. And it was filmed in New York. And like, it had to do with, you know, with teenage sex and stuff. That at the end, this kid infects and is going around infecting the young girls or whatever. And the way the movie ends is he takes this virgin, he gets her drunk and stuff like that, and then they wake up, and in the morning, she's looking in the ceiling, and then she jumps up and looks at him and shit. And another girl in the living room, because while she was Mickey'd out because they had fucking drugged her out, and she was like, he had just ran up in her, so he infected her too. The movie was great, bro. That movie, Kids, go check it out if you didn't see it. That shit was a great movie.
There was a movie I saw as a kid on HBO a couple of times. I went back and watched it recently. It hasn't aged well. It's got Matt Dillon in it, one of the Baldwin brothers, John Houseman, George Wendt, quite a lot of early talent. It was made in 1980, called My Bodyguard. Kids, I think, should watch it because it is a great. It's a great movie about how to fucking handle bullies.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
I mean, he gets a bodyguard. The short of it is this: he gets a bodyguard, and then the bully leaves him alone for a little while until the bully gets his own bodyguard.
Right.
And then eventually the film ends with overcoming, and you know the bodyguard beats up the other bodyguard, and then the kid that was getting bullied to begin with, he just fights back and he breaks fucking Matt Dillon's nose.
You broke my nose.
Yep.
You broke
my nose, man.
Now, you want to talk about a movie that will still scare the living daylights out of you because it wasn't gory. It was what you didn't see in your imagination put the pieces together, man. And that was Salem's Lot.
Oh, Salem's Lot was great with his fucking boy scratching at the window. Let me in. Motherfucker, you crazy. Let you in. Hey, get the fuck away from me. Like, are you fucking stupid, bro? Yo, the body of Christ compels you, motherfucker. Like, yeah, hell no. No. No, what the fuck? Let me in. What the fuck am I? Nigga, you're floating.
Yeah.
I'm 2 stories high in a fucking house, bro. And you're fucking floating next to the fucking shiny ass fucking lighting sign here. And you want me to let you in? Right. Look, hold this cross down, you bitch. Get away from me. Bro, that shit was scary. And how about when his uncle had died, this nigga sitting in the rocking chair, his wife hears him rocking back and forth. So this motherfucker, she goes to check on him, and all you see are fucking, like, you know how light shines inside of cats' eyes and shit? Well, this motherfucker's sitting there with fucking claws, stroking a cat, as a matter of fact, rocking back and forth with fucking decrepit teeth. And I'm like, nah, man. Get the fuck out of here. Salem's Lot was a classic.
Yes.
The monster is very rip-offish of the original Nosferatu with them teeth.
Yes.
I'm looking at it right now. Holy shit.
And I love the scene where the pastor's in the house with the family and the master jumps through the window and his familiar's in there with him. He's like, just you versus the master. Your faith versus him. Yeah. I was like, dude, that's some creepy ass shit, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Peace to Truth Son who just joined us, man. Everybody, welcome, Truth Son. What's going on? Oh man, how about a great classic? Peace to my people up in London. You know what I'm saying? This is a jewel for me. This is one of my favorite movies. I list this one like number 8 to me. Fucking Time Bandits.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I have that thing memorized, dude.
I fucking love Time Bandits, bro. That
Yes,
movie is the shit, bro.
yes, here's the Kevin, stinking Kevin.
The fucking it was a fucking giant, the ship on that. That shit was brilliant. It was brilliant. When this motherfucking big giant motherfucker got up, I was like, whoa, what the fuck is happening here? Bro, it was a dude wearing a fucking ship hat, bro. That shit was beautiful, man. Beautifully made. Sean Connery was fucking hilarious in the movie. He was like one of the most dumbest king ever. And I used to love the way they used to teleport into different times. Like that shit was crazy, man, with that big face following him and shit.
Return. The guy that followed them around that played God.
Yeah.
The old man. That's
Christmas shopping. Be right back.
That's the same old man that played the wizard in Dragon Slayer.
Oh, wow.
Sir Ralph Richardson.
Wow. Look at that.
I love that dude, man. He died in like 82 or something, man. I would have put him in everything.
Bro, those were actors like him, Sir Laurence Olivier, damn, what's the name? Alex Guinness, Peter Cushing. Like these gentlemen, bro, they used to do theater. These guys made movies, bro. They acted together. Like these guys were top caliber actors, man, from London, England, and you know what I mean? Like these guys' performances, man, bro.
And the dude that played Bilbo Baggins later on is in there as Napoleon.
Yep.
What was his name? He died recently. Sir Ian Holm.
Did he? Oh man, did he?
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's what I like. Little things hitting each other.
Damn.
He was getting off on the puppet show.
Bro, and that's the thing, man. England had awesome fucking actors, bro. Sir Laurence Olivier in fucking Clash of the Titans, the original with Harry Hamlin, bro, the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest, bro. Like when they made the remakes, I didn't really like them too much. I really wasn't digging it. And the visual effects were great. If you add the visual effects, right? Like somebody should do a cut like that. They should.
The Kraken was the fucking Rancor.
Yeah. It looked just like the Rancor with fucking crab legs.
Whereas the Kraken in the 81 flick, maybe it didn't look great, maybe it did. You can argue that point with the animation style, the claymation, but to me, it was like this horrifying statue of a monster you might have seen from the Greek period come to life.
Right. And it was just menacing because it was huge.
And it had 4 arms.
Yeah, and it's just the way it had like a snapper turtle beak, you know, if you looked at it, like, and it had scales and shit. The new one looked pretty okay, but like you said, it was the Rancor, just fucking extra dressed.
And then they try to make Medusa's face beautiful in the current the latest one. Why?
Yeah,
she was horrifying, and she was an ugly bitch. Just leave her like that.
Well, what they did was they try to give it the beauty to entice you to look at her, and then she would fucking gargoyle out on you, right?
Yeah.
Or should I say gargin out on you? As to the old one, the bitch was already hideous. Like when we first saw the dude's face, we were like stoned in a way. We were like, oh God, what the fuck, bro? Like that bitch is.
As a little kid, you hadn't seen that type of gore yet either. You know, Harry Hamlin cuts her head off, and then her body's like, okay, I'm gonna puke
tomato sauce
this crap out of my neck right now.
Yeah, but that was great though back then. And let me tell you something. I would love to have a replica of that shield, that sword, and that helmet that turned them invisible, bro. I love that sword, man. That shit had 3 diamonds on the crest on each side, bro. Oh, that shit, and they cut through stone the way he just brought it down. Clink. What's up, babe?
And we're talking the 81 Clash of the Titans, John, with Harry Hamlin and Burgess Meredith, and that woman that played Andromeda was gorgeous. I always forget her name.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
you get to see her naked in the uncut version.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Dude, but as far as like sci-fi fantasy films, man, nothing beats Cruel. Cruel was fantastic.
Crawl, yeah.
Yeah.
Crawl was nice. I used to like that fucking that boomerang switchblade he had.
The glaive.
Yeah.
I like some of those ideas in it, like, you know, when he first gets the glaive from the volcano, you know, the guy tells him don't use it until you need it.
Yeah. Howard the Duck, that shit sucked, bro.
Dude, that
Yeah.
was cool.
That's one of George Lucas's not so fun moments.
I mean, the animatronics on the duck look great. That I'll give it.
Yeah, the effects were fine, but the story was
Yeah, it was really lacking.
did
Yeah.
it have the chick from Back to the Future in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's when it's at the end when the duck is playing the guitar and it sounds like a sped up recording of a guitar because he's tiny, I guess. I was like having major douche chills.
How about the Beastmaster with Mark Singer?
Oh yeah,
I rewatched that a month and a half ago, and it wasn't half as good as what I remembered it to be.
yeah. I've seen it as an adult.
Yeah.
There's a few good moments in it, like the unborn son has returned. My son.
Yeah, and the fucking eagle people.
Yeah.
You know, those like people that fucking just wrap their arm around you and fucking turn you to bones.
It also featured some of the fastest sword swinging I saw in any films of that day.
Yeah.
I like wondered how the lead guy, I forget his name, how he didn't cut the shit out of himself.
Oh, Mark Singer.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it because, like I said, you know, like the title was self-explanatory, right? You look at the movie, that's exactly what you expected. A guy who was able to control animals and see through their vision. Like, he couldn't see through the tiger, but he could control the tiger, but he saw through the eagle's eye, that black eagle, right?
Yeah.
And then he had Kodo and Podo, which were the two ferrets, right? And
yeah, they died in that fire. I remember them.
Yeah, and they would chew him out from the straps and shit. You know, very useful animals. I mean, they could have done more. Like they could have had him control a bear or some shit. You know, or some that would have been awesome.
That would have been a good use for modern CGI now.
Yeah.
Another movie from that time, The Sword and the Sorcerer.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That probably didn't age well, but you know, as a kid, the sword that could shoot its own blades at people was pretty fun.
Yeah, fucking Willow was one of them too.
Willow was another one of George Lucas's projects, but I would say Willow was definitely a much better movie than fucking Howard the Duck.
Yeah. And how about
the ultimate fantasy movie for the 80s and the early 80s, and that was Excalibur.
Yeah,
we talked about that when you were up a few minutes ago. It is my all-time favorite single movie that doesn't have any sequels or prequels.
Yeah.
Let's talk Van Damme movies. I liked Van Damme. First of all, No Retreat, No Surrender, which was the first martial art movies he showed up in, was badass. Okay, that was what, 1983, 84 or some shit? No bullshit. That shit was what, 87, right? That shit was a badass movie.
Yeah, for its time.
Yeah, fucking the ghost of Bruce Lee comes and trains him and shit. Like, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, and then, like, he just fucked Van Damme up. But Van Damme was cut up. He was quick and shit, right? And then he came out Street Fighter. That most
horrible movie, dude.
Hey, the Street Fighter live action movie, somebody refresh my memory. Who was the guy that died shortly after the film was made? He played Bison.
Raul Julia.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bro, that shit was the most fucking disgusting. I mean, shit, man. Look, you had Raul Julia playing a guy who was supposed to be fucking a Korean 290-pound fucking super martial artist that knew the shadow hand, right? And this motherfucker he had a baggy leather suit, Maze.
He did not physically fit the profile of M. Bison.
He didn't. I mean, he wasn't menacing at all. It's like, and then you had E. Honda, who was a fucking Samoan. Supposed to be a Japanese.
Supposed to be a sumo wrestler.
Yeah, and then you had an extra from Fame playing Balrog.
And I don't know how you're supposed to make Blanca look credible in any movie.
And, Blanca. Oh God! Listen, the makeup effects. Yeah, in the 1970s, Lou Ferrigno looked way better than this piece of shit that they had microwaving in some shit with a fucking orange wig. That shit was disgusting. That movie.
A video clip of the Hulk for a future live stream. There's an episode of The Incredible Hulk where Lou Ferrigno's fighting a guy in a bear suit in the water in a lake, and it's so fucking bad. It's so awfully shot. Like the paint starts coming off on the bear's face. The Green Hulk paint, and then there's a point where the Hulk throws the bear, and you can just tell it's an empty bear suit being thrown across the camera.
Bro, oh my God. Y'all remember the 80s movie of Captain America where he fought the Red Skull?
Yes.
God, how awful was that?
Bro, how about the Spider-Man TV series, bro, from the 70s? This motherfucker was shooting rope from his fucking wrist.
Yeah.
Like, where'd that rope come from? That shit was mad feet. I mean, feet of rope, bro. And you had one skinny fucking, like, 2-inch bracelet.
Even funnier was Spider-Man on the Electric Company.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? As a kid, I yearned for that segment.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. That shit was like 3 seconds. But
nobody knows who you are.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
There's one where Spider-Man literally fights the wall from a baseball park.
Yeah.
And Morgan Freeman is like the umpire in that episode of the baseball game. He's like screaming at everybody.
That's crazy. That's fucking nuts. Man, Indiana Jones. Great.
You know, so many people don't realize, though, that the Temple of Doom is a prequel to Indiana Jones, to Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yep. It's a prequel to the whole series. You could watch them backwards and they'd be in chronological order.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, the Temple of Doom occurred 2 years before the Ark, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Holy Grail and the Last Crusade was after.
Yeah.
Yep. The Goonies, Talking Baseball, Sandlot. Conan.
I remember the Sandlot.
Conan the Barbarian was one of the greatest.
Conan is that
sword and sorcery adventure movies of the 80s period.
Yeah. And what made that movie so amazing was practical effects. So.
Yeah. The hell with you.
Yeah, that snake.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones added a nice little level of creepiness to the bad guy too.
No, he did, and he did. Like I hated him when I was young because I was like, yo, you just cut Conan's mother's head off, son. Wait till he gets older. He gonna fuck you up. And when he cut his head off and he just threw that shit down the fucking them stairs and shit, like my neck was hurting because he just chopped that motherfucker's head off.
Plus, it was just fun to hear Darth Vader's voice say, "Crucify him."
Yeah, right. That is power. I was like, oh, this bitch just fucking stage dived for this motherfucker.
Come to me, my child. Don't think, just fall.
Yeah, come to me, my child. Come, my child. That bitch just said. She did the Jimmy Superfly Snooker Kid, and she didn't think twice. She just stepped right the fuck off, bro, and died. That bitch crashed through rock and fucking.
You know what I haven't seen in a long time is Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome with Tina Turner.
I was a kid.
And Master Blaster.
Oh man, Master Blaster! Holy shit! You know what fucking movies suck? Stargate.
Oh, with
with Kurt Russell.
Yeah, and the guy that played the scientist, the main dude with the glasses.
That fucking movie. Listen, that shit sucks, bro. Like I tried to watch it about a month ago, and I sat down and I tried to give it a chance. It's that faggot looking fucking Hemotep looking motherfucker with his glowing eyes.
You mean Raw?
Raw, yeah. I can't get the fuck out of here. Your eyes are glowing. I'm supposed to be menaced. Your other form that you showed up here, that's how cheap these motherfuckers were with the fucking budget of that movie, that they just showed the alien's fucking face twice. The beginning, and what he used to look like, and at the end, what he looked like. They should have showed his alien face. It was more menacing. But no, we get a fucking glowing-eyed faggot. Ridiculous.
Well, I mean, it felt very, I don't know, hastily put together to me. Now, the guy that was in it, I've seen him in a show recently on Netflix that I've been watching called The Blacklist, which that's actually a decent show, though I have a feeling the premise is going to get old if I make it through all 7 seasons, which I don't know if I will. Basically, a criminal comes into the care of the FBI. It's played by that dude. He's an old man now, and his stipulation is he gets to help them find some of the world's deadliest criminals. And so it's all cloak and dagger stuff, and it's not realistic at all. Oh yeah, Poltergeist. Rest in peace, Toby Hooper, who died just a few years ago. He directed it.
Yeah.
Poltergeist wasn't. I mean, it didn't like scare my soul like Exorcist did. But there were a few moments in Poltergeist, like with the bodies coming up out of the ground and shit. And of course, nobody likes the clown. Nope.
Maze, stop fucking lying, brother. Yo, everybody, whenever the TV would go snowy like that, that's the first movie we thought of. We stepped back from that shit. Whenever TV just said shh and it went snowy, that's the first thing we thought about. Mommy. Yeah, right? Step into the light, Caroline. Step into the light.
See, that movie scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Turn the TV off, motherfucker. Turn it off, bro.
At that age, I had already seen The Exorcist and The Omen.
Oh my
so
God.
It was hard. It was hard to be scared, but there was some stuff that I would think about, like falling asleep at night after watching Poltergeist. I was like, God damn it.
Bro.
like when he's right there in the mirror and he starts peeling his face off.
Yeah.
You know, and then he does a double take and his face is back. Dude,
Yeah.
that was creepy shit, dude.
That was creepy.
That was creepy, but what I think what didn't sit well with me psychologically was when that tree started eating the boy.
Yeah, that was crazy. How about that fucking clown? How about the clown that was under the fucking bed, bro? That shit got up from the fucking rocking chair, dude. And
Dude, that's my nightmares anyways. If I'm afraid of anything, I hate clowns, dude. I will punch a clown in the nose.
I'll fuck a clown up. I'm worried about some bitch whose neck whose neck could be twisted 360 to fucking degrees, and she fucks herself with a crucifix. Talk about my mother sucks cocks in hell. Now that's some scary shit. That's a you need a 357 and a Marksburg for. I'm shooting that bitch. Bye, Reagan. Listen, man, we're gonna have to terminate your daughter because, as you can see, even if the demon leaves, this bitch done broke her pussy canal, okay? And she broke her neck. We're gonna have to kill this bitch. That's it. I don't want. Listen, my daughter turns into some shit like that. I give you full permission, bro. Vayas con Dios, bitch. Goodbye. Kill this bitch.
And when Craig T. Nelson has his wife on the rope. What in the fuck was that giant skull that came out of the closet? Nobody's ever explained that shit to me. Was that the Reverend from the second movie?
Right? Bro,
Yeah.
what the
Good
fuck?
question.
It looked just like the Reverend.
And then there's a second movie. Second movie was just gross, where Craig T. Nelson drinks the worm and the tequila, and then he throws up a 100 times sized version of the worm. That turns into a creature.
He threw up the worm's cock, son. He's like, oh shit! He bought that shit. I forgot about that. And then, wasn't that? No, that was the first one where they had the pork chop crawling.
Yeah, that was the same scene where the guy tore his face off.
Yeah,
Dude, okay. The Exorcist scared the crap out of me, but the movie that really got me as a kid, though, the Amityville horror, dude.
nah.
Really?
I mean, I was scared of going to empty houses.
It got like that scene where when the priest walks in, right, and the flies just start buzzing out the window, and worms start crawling there, and then you just hear a voice, "Get out!"
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's I take it that far, as to it. giving me a trauma where I didn't want to step into a house alone, or if I walked past a house like I needed and no one was there and the lights were like they only had 2 lights on and shit in the living room. I didn't even look at it. Like shit like that. Yeah, that shit would scare me, when I was real young. But The Exorcist, man, the face, this bitch in a nightgown, like
the very first time in the film when Reagan throws up the pea soup,
yeah,
and you don't know that's coming.
oh
Like you have no idea. You're just like, what the fuck? You're just sitting there.
yeah, bro. When I first seen that movie, man, I had problems sleeping for months because it's like just thinking about it. It's not even the point that she might be in the room with me or no. It's just thinking that. Imagine something taking over you like that, bro, and you just fucking throwing up on people, bro. You're stabbing your fucking gooch with a fucking crucifix. You know what I'm saying? Like you're doing some crazy shit to yourself. You're climbing walls backwards with your head twisted. Get the fuck out! Do you know what your daughter did today? Get the fuck out of here!
And the lovely restored scene in the later version where she crab walks down the stairs.
Get the fuck out, bro! I'm shooting that bitch, bro. Say goodbye to my daughter. That's it. Like no, fuck that. You gotta go, bitch. I'm sorry.
Mala asked if we remember The Last Starfighter. I'm sure everybody remembers that.
Everybody knows The Last Starfighter.
Very, very early CGI film.
That was a very good movie. He got sucked into the video game.
They were gonna do a sequel to that, but I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, it got
expensive. Here's a bit of trivia for everyone. What was the first movie ever to use actual CGI?
Oh shit!
Hold on.
It's not Tron. It's earlier than that.
That's right.
Oh,
2001?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Space Odyssey.
Nope.
The Abyss.
Nope.
That's later. The Abyss is late 80s.
Oh no! My bad. The reason why I said Abyss was because that was the first time they ever used the liquid technology. The liquid graphics, remember? And then after that, they did it to they did it with Terminator.
Westworld was the first movie to use computer-generated imagery. That's what Google says. I had to give up and look.
Google's actually wrong. The first scene ever to use CGI was Star Trek 3.
Really?
Yep.
That can't be right. I'll tell you why. Because the whole thing where they're looking in Star Trek 2, where they're looking at the demo of the Genesis planet being generated, that's CGI.
Star Trek 2, not Star Trek 3. It's the scene where the Genesis planet is actually starting to form. That was the first CGI effect ever.
Wow.
To that degree. And back then, they literally had to do a frame-by-frame render. Like, you couldn't have a supercomputer generate an entire fucking scene. If you didn't go frame-by-frame, you weren't making anything.
Right.
But, you know...
Speaking of that, the original Star Trek movie, what it must have taken them to film that movie, the inside of that damn ship they went in, the practical effects for that were just mind-blowing.
V'ger, I got to show y'all something. Hold on. Okay, let's see.
And now, the national anthem. All right. We are waiting.
Ah, shit. I don't think my camera's plugged in. 1 second.
All right.
It's all right. But guys, I'm going to have to run. I got to be up early in the morning. Give me a ring tomorrow, Jay.
Oh no doubt, man. I'm about to end the stream as well, man. Maze, we're gonna end the stream. Hold on, he's gonna show us something really fast.
All right.
This is V'ger. It's just a model of the V'ger ship.
Nice.
Now, V'ger was 72 kilometers in length, and they talked about this much later on after the motion picture was made. But also, to give you an idea of how big that is, the first Death Star was 96 kilometers in diameter. So this thing was almost as long as the Death Star was tall.
Damn,
Wow.
that's huge, man. That's awesome. It looks like a fucking sword hilt, right?
Here's the first part of it that you see in the film with that star pattern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's badass.
But yeah, that was if you go back and watch the director's cut of the motion picture, they actually have gone back and done like a couple of full renders of certain shots where like V'ger fires its torpedoes and threatens the Earth and stuff like that. Anyway,
that's awesome, man. Thanks for sharing, guys, and thanks for coming along, man, and talking movies, man. Everybody here in the chat as well, joining us, man. We appreciate your company as well as your, just being here, guys, and God bless and stay vigilant out there, man. John, I'll catch up with you as well. My brother Maze will catch up. I want to thank Stephanie for stopping by earlier as well, and everybody in the chat, man. Thank you for stopping by. Because we love movies. Otherwise than that, I'm your boy Jay Cotto, along with the Star Wars dad, John and Mazurus. God bless. Stay vigilant. Peace, guys.
Good night.